This video was inspired by a Facebook post by the True Puka, who has found discrepancies in his subscriptions inbox where people he subscribed to, he doesn't see their stuff, just like me. People show up in his subscription box who don't belong there, just like me. And so I decided to go down a couple of people, their YouTube channels, and see why I'm not seeing them in my subscriptions box. One of them was Answers in Books, and this is a very unique one. This channel is not available in your country. I thought that was weird. I used to see his videos. But I went to the True Puka's channel to see what he had been making lately, and he had a video on vengeance, not chivalry. And then I was led to his Patreon account, and that's what I'm going to talk about for the rest of this video. The discrepancy between YouTubers and good content and Patreon donations. I would really like for people to consider other YouTubers than those that are making a bunch of money. And this is a very socialistic plea here, but I think that if more YouTubers could make a living making good videos on par with or better than, say, the True Puka or Noel Plum, who I'm going to get to, then, we would have a lot more ways to reach out to people who would never hear these little bits of philosophy that come up in their videos, and the world would be a better place. So, first I'm going to start with a look at the True Puka, Philip Rose, and he's got 10,500 subscribers. You look at his Patreon, and right now, I think he just started it, but he's got 6 patrons, and he gets $48 per video. He's made 4 videos this month, so he'd make about $200 a month. That's not enough, okay? But you look at Noel Plum, another great YouTuber, and he's got a little bit more subscribers, 14,000. And then you look at his Patreon, and he's got a couple more patrons, but he's making $58 per I don't know what. If it were a month, it would be less than the True Puka's making, but if he had it per video, it would be more than the True Puka's making because he puts out more content. And that's the tricky thing about looking at these Patreon things is you have to look at how many videos these people make if they put it per video versus per month, and then you have to do the multiplication, and we'll see that a little bit later. Now, if you look at Matt Dillahunty, who I also saw has a Patreon account, he's got 26,000 subscribers, which is roughly twice that of Noel Plum, and it's 2.5 times that of the True Puka. Look at his Patreon. He's got 416 patrons who've pledged $2,193 per video. Now, if you look at Matt Dillahunty's video output since then, I'm just going to say my personal feelings is that his videos are not on par with those other 2 YouTubers that I just said. His videos are substandard to theirs. Okay, just the quality. Okay, still good quality, just not as good as those other YouTubers who are not making as much money. Now, his subscriber base has something to do with that, but when you look at how he made 4 videos this month and 3 last month, and that's a big change from making all of 2 over the past year, since he's gotten this Patreon account where he can instigate more money coming in by making another video, he's made 4 this month. And by making 4 in a month, he can make $8,000+ a month. Do I feel like Matt Dillahunty's service to the atheism movement deserves a job such as that? Maybe, but not at the cost of having others who also deserve to be paid for their services, not making anything because people don't realize that their money is going to these people who are already making enough. And when I say enough, I'm just going to make the general statement here. We all know that the poverty level, the federal poverty level, is around like 25,000, I think. If you make $16 an hour, that's 33,000 a year. Matt Dillahunty stands to make $100,000 this year if he keeps up the same level of video content. $100,000. Is that right? You know, if people think that he's worth it, I don't want to get in the way of him making money, but please look at these other YouTubers that are like, you know, they might not be making as much money because of a mob mentality. You know, the difference in subscribers here is about 2 times as many subscribers, equaling 14 patrons or 416 patrons. Come on now. There's a discrepancy there. Okay? It's like a super curve that once you get over this one hump, it just starts getting exponentially greater when the content is not greater, such that it would warrant this exponential growth. Next person, Thunderfoot. He now makes $2,300 per video, and if we check out his channel, he has almost 300,000 subscribers. I'm going to say that, you know, within 2 months he'll be there. Now, that is, 12 times bigger than Matt Dillahunty, but he makes money at the same rate, but he's going to make more because he makes more videos. But his rate that he gets paid per video is the same, or, you know, it's equivalent to Matt Dillahunty level, okay? But if you look at how many videos he's made in the past month, 6, he's going to make, better than $10,000 a month at this rate. Okay? $10,000 a month. And that's not counting his channel being monetized, you know. Next, the last person I'm going to look at is The Amazing Atheist. A lot better as far as not requiring as much from his patrons. Doesn't have as many patrons as some of these people, but he has a good quality of patron because he's going to make $2,185 per month, right? Now, he said it per month instead of per video. So whereas he makes way more videos than Thunderfoot, he's not going to get paid as much for the level of output. It's a standard rate. And it makes it harder for people to realize how much more money certain YouTubers are making versus others who have, you know, good content, as witnessed by the number of subscribers they have. Now, The Amazing Atheist has 605,000 subscribers, so he has twice as many subscribers as Thunderfoot, but he's going to be making a fifth of the money. Thunderfoot makes 5 times more money than him per month on Patreon. Okay? Maybe this should be a plea to just get Noel Plum and the True Puka a couple more subscribers. You know, because maybe that's just the trigger, the be-all, end-all trigger. But I also think that people should really look at how much money somebody's already getting and then look at the other people that they may watch and see if your money is best used throwing it at somebody who's making output the very same that they did before they started getting money. Is the quality of their videos changing? I'm going to say, in one of these cases, Matt Dillahunty, it has raised the quality of his videos. Still, I feel like the others are a little bit better at it, but they've been in the YouTube game a little bit longer. But if you don't see that increase, if you don't see the output getting better, then please think about sending your money towards some other worthy candidate who's not making as much. Lastly, I just wanted to show you, this is Social Blade. You all can use it yourself. I'll leave it in the description box. You can look up any YouTube channel with it, okay? Now, as a general rule, you're going to see this estimated yearly earnings of 11.2K to 89.3K for Thunderfoot's channel, right? As a general rule, with my payouts, I have seen for my own channel and other people's channels that if you take the bottom number here and multiply it by 3, it's about spot on, okay? For every channel I've seen. Take the bottom number and multiply it by 3. So that's about 33K. That's equivalent to making $16 an hour for 40 hours a week, right? Better than poverty. Enough to live off of comfortably, in my opinion. And that's just off the monetization of his channel. Just the ads on his channel. That's not the Patreon account that is giving him now the equivalent of 10 grand a month. So in 3 months, he's going to make more than the monetization of his channel just on Patreon donations. Now, I don't know if this is something like Easter Seals where you can later deny this patron, or you can like cancel because you didn't like their content. I'm not up on that, but it does certainly seem like this is something that's locked in. You connect your bank account to it. You know, it's just something that you automatically do when they fulfill whatever it is they say that they're going to do. And it's just not right, the discrepancies here. We're going to look at one more person here. We'll just say the Amazing Atheist. Okay? We look at his channel. If you look at the bottom number without even using my rule of multiply it by 3, you already see that he's breaking the poverty level here. And when you do that, when you know that the ad revenue from the videos that are perennial givers, the ones that always make views, like Happy Cabby shaking his fat butt on a bed that was spread by Spike TV and made him a whole bunch of money. When you have a perennial good video that keeps on making money, you know that it's just, you can project out how much money you're still going to get from it. And if you just do my math of multiply by 3, he's already making $90,000 a year from monetization, from the ads on his videos. And people have given him an extra $26,000 on top of that. And I'm not even going to talk about websites that have been made and failed, even though a whole bunch of money was thrown at the development of them, you know, and they had fundraisers for them, or people with Amazon.com wish lists that they post for their birthday and stuff like that. All that stuff aside, this is hard evidence that you guys can look up for yourselves before you decide to pledge money to somebody who's already making a lot of money. Okay? And if you still want to pledge money to somebody who's making plenty, fine. I won't stop you there. You know, everyone's got a right to make money. But please consider people who are making less and put out good quality content.